Welcome back to Green Pro. So on this video we're going to cover how to complete your heat loss calculations on the installer toolkit. So you've been out to the property, done your survey, got all the measurements and the information that you need and be ready to input that into the calculator. So I've set up a test project in here. So when you set up your project, if you don't have the tools that you need in here, you just need to click New Tool, select Heat Loss and click Save, and that'll add the calculator to the project. And you just click Start to go into the calculator. So you can just pop in the surveyor name and date in at the top, and then it's going to ask you for some details about the property. So you just need to enter the regs region, the date of the build, we'll just say 2007, and then it'll pull this location data in from the installation address that you added at the beginning. You just need to enter the flow temperature that you're looking to use, the number of floors, you can name these as well just for your reference, and then you can add your oversize factor methodology into here. So it'll default to the heat emitter guide, but if you're using Stelrad you can use these ones. Take U values from MCS is just the values that they provide for their calculator, so you can swap this over to SAP values if you wish to. And then it's just going to ask you for some master details, so whatever you enter in here will automatically pull through when you're adding features as you go through the calculator. So if you have a lot of rooms that are, say, 21 degrees, if you enter that into here, that's the value that will automatically populate as you're adding them throughout the project. You can change them, so don't worry if you do have some rooms that are different temperatures, you can change them when you do enter that room into the project. And you can set master details for the building overall, so your design temperatures and your air changes. These are usually left as 0, but if you do want to look at these, there are some explainers here of when you would need to be using these. So you can enter master details for the walls as well. So if all your walls are 2.3 meters high, you can enter that in here. All your external walls, if they're brick, it'll ask you to break down any insulation that you've got on there as well. And you can do the same with the internal walls and the party walls as well. And you can do this for the floor, the ceiling, your windows and your doors as well. So, for example, if all the windows are newly fitted and they're all the same, you can just add those master details into there. Once you've entered those initial details, you'll then need to start adding your rooms. So you'll just click Add Room down here. It'll ask you what floor the room is on, and then you can name your room whatever you need to as well. And it'll ask you for the room type, so I'm going to select lounge here. So it'll pull through the design temperature and the air changes based on the build of the property that you've entered as well. If you want to change these, you can just swap it to manual, untick these if you don't want to use your master details, and enter whatever values you need to in here. And just need to pop in the dimensions of the room, if it has a pitched ceiling. So with the pitched ceiling, if you want to enter this, if you just click yes, it'll bring through these extra questions. If you're confused as to where any of these values come from, if you click on here, there's just a little diagram here. So you've got your roof width, length and the rise are the values that you need in for this calculation. So then we can just click Save on there, and then it'll ask us to start adding in all the walls for the room. So if we start here with an internal wall, just need to enter the width of the wall. As you can see here, it's pulled through these master details that I entered at the start, so I don't need to enter those every time. And then you can add your external walls in as well. Again, it's pulled through that information for you. And within your external walls, you can also add in any windows and doors. So to do that, you just click Add Windows, New Window. You can name these again just for your reference. And then just enter the dimensions of the window. The fabric type, I didn't enter this in the master details at the start, but if you do, you won't have to input this every single time. Then just click Save. Make sure that your quantity is at 1 and then just click Add to Wall. And you'll see within that external wall, we've now got a window in there. It's the same process if you want to add a door as well, so just Add Door, New Door, Save, Quantity 1, Add to Wall. And you'll see within that external wall we've now got a window and a door as well. So once you've completed all your walls, it'll ask you for the floor details. So it's put these dimensions in for me. You just need to select the floor type, what's below the floor, and if there's any insulation in there. And just click Save. And then it'll move on to the ceiling. So again, it's put those details in there for me. What's above the ceiling, any insulation that you've got up there. You can also add any Velux windows that you've got in here as well. So it's just in the same way as you did before. Name, dimensions, fabric type, save, quantity 1, add to ceiling, and then it's put that in there for you. So once you've completed all that information, it'll give you your heat loss calculations for that room. So you'll see in your project, you'll need to have room by room heat loss calculations. So you'll have these calculations for every room that you enter into the project. You can see here you've got your total power heat loss at the bottom, and it's this figure that it will use to figure out the size of the emitters that you need and also the heat pump size that you're going to need as well. So you'll just keep adding on rooms until you have a list of all the rooms in the property down here. Once you've completed all of those, you'll then be able to go across and start adding your emitters, but we'll cover that in the next video. Thank you for watching.